and the golden voice of Neal Ruhl. Sit back and relax. It's time for your daily dose of Big D energy.
Yo, 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 welcome back, everyone, to another week of Big D Energy.
Big D!
Maybe the biggest week of the Big D
Football.
Energy.
Yeah! Let's go! It's like Christmas, man.
It is.
Couple sleeps left. It's like the 23rd. Here we go.
Man.
Especially here. Let's get her going.
Coming in rested off the holiday weekend. Some a little more rested than others. But we are locked. We are loaded. We are ready to go. Tap in on the Big D Energy and the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Subscribe to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel. Get in there. My name is Neal Ruhl. That guy, D-Mag, Darren McCarty. That guy, BMG, Big Mike Gentry. That guy, S Squared, Sad Spenny.
Hello.
We'll discuss in the second hour.
Hello.
We have a new Monday lineup.
It's Tuesday.
Well, yeah, but it's Monday for real. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
That's fair. All right. We got a new segment that's going to debut the day.
4-second argument.
Yeah. We got a new Monday segment that'll be on Mondays. Although today is Tuesday, as I was told. But we are going to get into it. Big Mike Gentry's going to produce this thing up for next week. We're going to do a dry run this week. It's going to be fun. It'll be a Rest in Peace Monday coming up in the second hour in the world of football. We'll explain more as we get up to it. As we said in that Big D Energy and WoodwardSports.com chat thread, jump into there. Just like Steve Brown. Morning, everyone, and good morning. D-Mac, all right. We got football to get to, but first, let's get the pleasantries out of the way. How was the holiday weekend?
Holiday weekend was great. It was coast to coast like butter and toast. I had a slingshot.
Yeah.
I had a slingshot for the weekend. Shout out to my boys at Rosenau Power Sports. And if you've never driven one, the two wheels in the front and the one behind. So I was everywhere. Played some golf, but pretty low key. I've had a lot more eventful ones, but a lot of sun. Enjoyed the weather. So. It was all good.
Yeah.
How about you? What's that?
It was good. Some of the same things. Obviously had Detroit City, the 1-1 draw on Saturday night. Still holding on to that playoff spot, though, as they come down the stretch. Had that. Sunday, got on that golf course at like 6:40 a.m. out there. Old Burning Tree Country Club.
Favorite.
And
finished by what?
We were out of there by 10. Okay.
Were you first time?
It was my first time playing there,
were you
yeah.
first?
No,
we
were third.
Okay.
We were out of there by 10:45, and we were sitting on a bar stool by 11:01.
That doesn't get any better.
No, it doesn't.
We actually, my boy Jay Adams and Rake, actually, we played over at Taylor Meadows. First time I played there. We played there Sunday, but same sort of thing. So shout out to everybody we saw out there. What a great time. So I hope everybody had an enjoyable. The weather was great.
Weather was great. It was absolutely perfect. Took in the Peach Festival up there in Romeo as well. I forgot, too, I never updated the people. My daughter finished second in the Miss Peachy voting. She still got to walk in the parade. They have like the court, walk in the parade. That's all she really cares about, so whatever.
Well, good. And shout out to everybody for getting behind. Yeah,
Thank you, guys.
That's what it's all about.
I was blown away. My wife was stunned. She's like, for real? I'm like, yeah. The people hate me, but they like her.
I got some pull. We don't hold, right?
Yeah.
We don't hold her against you.
The Big D Energy family is real.
No, it is.
Just ask the Ermanni numbers chat.
Yes.
You want to give him something today, Spenny?
Yeah, I'll think of something.
Yeah. By the way, in the second hour also, when we talk college football, we have some Ryan Ermanni things to discuss as well. Apparently,
he's a little happy. He's excited.
It's too early for them to be getting to that level.
It's always too early.
No,
what are you talking about? He's
even
already
for them.
gone. Didn't you
Even
see? He's
for
already
them.
gone Lions Super Bowl, and he's already gone.
No.
So why wouldn't? I assume that you're. If I'm right, it's the Heisman and all this different stuff. There's a lot of stuff that happened. What an eventful week one of college football.
It certainly was.
It was awesome.
I got my Sunday night in.
Well, you know what, and obviously we're going to talk about Colorado. We're going to talk about Michigan, Michigan State, and stuff like this. But I walked in here too. You see Gabby just floating around a little bit more. That little Florida State
on
Seminole,
cloud nine,
and absolutely dismantling LSU. That was a bit of a shocker to me.
Dad with Tourette. Speaking of Knowles, didn't realize Keon Coleman went to Florida State post MSU. Stay tuned for Rest in Peace coming up in the second hour.
Shit, buddy.
Thanks for bringing that up. Listen.
Look at him. He's
Dude,
broken.
The best part, guys, I'm going to let you behind the scenes a little bit because as this is going on, there's our chat threads going on, and Neal just, I don't know what part of the night, but you knew that Spencer was in bitter agony.
Yes.
And Spenny, to your credit, bud, well, I'm big on self-awareness. You didn't Sam Flannel that. You didn't pretend.
No, he didn't.
That you did. You were just
He wore every ounce of it.
Mother, I'm dead. I'm dead inside. That was pretty much it. We'll get to it in the second hour, though.
It was. I could tell. and I think, and guys, I'm sure you guys all have this, like a text group with friends. And I'm sure when it started, I fired the first shot. I just wanted a wellness check on Spenny. I think it was after Keon Coleman got his second touchdown.
Yeah.
It was, actually.
I wanted a wellness check on Spenny. So I wanted to know. And I think that you could, going back and looking at him, D-Mac, you, I think, can pretty much pick out what exit of the highway we're all on our evenings. Just right away, just based off the discussion, you can tell right away we were. I was out on the deck all night.
It was my
with
favorite
nowhere to
part.
go.
Absolutely. I wasn't here. Was there a get right this weekend?
There was.
Did it work?
The Stanford Cardinal.
Yeah.
Remember, I said I hate to do it. I hate to go against Hawaii, but I don't choose the get right. The get right chooses me,
you.
just
Yes.
like the streets. And we won again. We're 45-15. I got a couple of DMs from the people. You're welcome. That's what I do. So, it is what I do. But as you guys have noticed here on Tuesday, all of the new shows starting to kick in here at Woodward. What about Broder and Booner? Well, that is going tonight.
Wow.
8 to 10 o'clock, the perfect pair with your nightcap. Woodward Sports is bringing you the newest show on the network, Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder, two of Detroit's newest up-and-coming sports personalities, and they got a voice. The nighttime is the right time for Broder and Booner, everybody. 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock right here on the Woodward Sports YouTube channel. Tap in.
In the nighttime.
That's right.
Let's go.
But yeah, we got a ton of football to get to. Obviously, it's game week for the Lions. Today's Monday. They play Thursday.
Crazy.
That is pretty.
Today's Tuesday.
Today's
I'm gonna play
Tuesday. They play. It's even closer.
That's what I said. It's the 23rd. The 23rd of December.
Oh, my
day
God.
before the day before.
It's Christmas Eve, which is
Eve.
my favorite holiday of the year.
You know what? That is low key, right? That's the day. That's better than they say the day before Thanksgiving or everything.
It's great. The day before Thanksgiving is great.
Right. But
Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve is underrated. That's usually
all the vibe, none of the responsibility.
That's what it is. And usually last minute, you can get away with last minute Christmas shopping gang group thing. Get
or
together.
you can start the festivities early. However you do the festivities, you can do that. That's out there as well. All of it. But we did this, guys. We're home.
We made it.
We're almost there.
Doesn't it seem like yesterday when the season ended and then it was the draft and then the draft was over?
Yeah.
And then preseason started, and now we're here.
Quick, a little sort of to that topic is what drug? Because the last from free agency, from OTAs and whatever till now, just flew by. It was the end of the season to the draft. That was probably the longest, the longest part.
Stretch.
But right now, we're here.
Yes.
We're there.
Woodward
Thanks
Sports
for getting me hard, JB.
Oh, Jeff Iafredi. He's a bitch. All right, Pete Smith. First day of school today. Shout out to all the teachers out there teaching the future. Yeah, a little staggered start for all the different school districts around there. But Pete, get it in, man. Another year for you. Appreciate all the educators. They raise your children, people. Do the math. They're with them more than you are. So shout out to everybody with that. But we did it, though. We are ready to go. Steve Wild says, Neal, are your kids embarrassed to be seen with you? They're starting to get to be that age to some degree. It's funny, though, like when they're hungry or they want something to drink or something, then they come back around. It's really wild how that works, Steve. But, yeah, smash that like button on there. Matt Kyle says, night before Thanksgiving, a.k.a. Skanksgiving. I can't comment on that. I don't know anything about that.
I know all about that.
Let's go. We'll have to do it this year. We'll go to our resident Skanksgiving insider, Spencer Raxter. A man on the street for Skanksgiving, Spencer Raxter.
That's what it's all about.
I'm here outside Fifth Avenue.
It smells pretty bad.
We can't decide what's going to be next.
There's a lingering stench of fish.
Yeah. It's going to be Jameson shots or is it going to be a brawl in the street? We don't know.
That's what it's all about.
It
Could
is
be
what-
both. Daily double. Who's
Yep.
betting?
Real cream of wheat, just a few more days, and Chris Jones will be ineligible to play. Boy, real cream of wheat, it's like you were in on the program sheet today. Lorena Rios, Neal, what is bugging Bugs? Lorena, it's like you were in on the show sheet as well today. We're going to discuss it all. There's goods, there's bads. It's pretty much what it's supposed to be, D-Mac. We're home, baby.
Yeah, it is. As you look into a couple of the questions, and there's going to be, I guess, guys that fighting for jobs, but guys that are going to get left out. So the bottom line is, what's the best team going into Kansas City to give you the best chance to win? That's the bottom line. So unfortunately, maybe a couple guys that you were expecting aren't there, but does that mean because other guys have stepped up, right? So that's what it is. You look at the vibe and you see everything, and I'm sure later on as today's the last day of practice, tomorrow's a travel day for them. But you hear everything coming out of training camp, and guys are prepared, and guys are ready. And one of the big things that I liked, I heard an interview with Cam Sutton, one of the new guys, the cornerbacks. The guys are talking about, and you can tell if they got the work in. Maybe we didn't see it in exhibition games, and I think this was a point of contention where they get enough work in. But definitely, they seem like they're prepared, and we'll find out Thursday.
Real quick, I do want to get to this. You guys know we love these kinds of stories. Oh, Rosé. Chase Daniel is starting his media career, so i.e. his football career has come to an end. You guys know I love stats. You guys know I love numbers. Check this one out,
the ultimate
shall
bag
we?
Man?
This comes courtesy of our very good friends at Spot Track. Chase Daniel, 14 NFL seasons, 9 career touchdown passes, 5 career games started, $42 million earned.
That's what it's all about.
Chase Daniel, everybody.
Yep. That's the best job in the world is backup quarterback. You don't got to do anything. You get paid millions of dollars. When you get in the game,
No one expects anything?
No one expects anything out of you if you do get in the game. And if you do have a Matt Flynn-esque game out of nowhere, you'll get a $100 million contract out of it.
There it is.
Nothing but wins for a backup quarterback.
100%. So shout out to Chase Daniel. He's the dude. Mike G, Keon Nolan is almost as good as Roman Wilson. Almost.
He's better than Roman Wilson.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not. We're going to talk. We're going to talk about it. I can't wait. Danny G, that's winning right there. Wyatt Bear, Chase Daniel's favorite jacket is a fleece jacket. That's a good one right there.
That's a good one.
I may have to steal that one.
That's a good one.
That is a very
Benny,
good
by
one.
the way, I was in Big Rapids on Friday. I ran into Murph. I have a hat for you.
Nice.
And he says it's going to fit that head.
Okay.
We had this conversation. I went, dude, like this thing better be the size of Ty Domi's, helmet in hockey. So I got it in the car. I'll bring it in tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
Real quick before D-Mac tells you about Lady Jane's, Detroit Supremacy says, let's have a Mahomes hate segment. Okay, you know what? That's a great idea.
His stupid wife, his stupid brother.
Yeah, you know what? Just send
No
them.
control over his family.
Stupid State Farm commercials.
Oh, easy. Don't use it all up. Here's how we'll do it. Just
That's
fire it away
aggressive.
in the chat. Whenever it pops in your head, fire it away in the chat. We'll get to it. We'll have an ongoing Mahomes hate segment. I'll monitor that as we go. It's Lions as Chiefs coming up next. But you want to get your hair right for Thursday Night
Mahomes
Football.
puts ketchup on his steak.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, loser. Well, let me tell you about Patrick Mahomes with that squash. He would even be allowed to come into Lady Jane's for a haircut, an award-winning haircut experience. You can register also for a trip of your dreams, all expenses paid. Sweet. For 2024 NCAA Final Four basketball tournament. That's right, no expenses spared for you and 5 of your best buds or budettes. Lady J tickets for men open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Are you a diehard college football fan? Well, it's your lucky day. Join special WSN guests like Spencer Raxter, Flannel Sam, and more every Saturday. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Saturdays and tune in live from 8:30 to 10 a.m.
By now you know me, Christina Schnari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
Winners, losers, pushes and draws, over-unders, prop bets, futures and spreads. Are you sick and tired of your picks being losers? Do you want to learn how to bet like a champion? Well, Woodward Sports searched the globe for the most dangerous man with a bet slip in his hand and gave him a show. Coming soon to Woodward Sports. Tune in every weekend as we introduce the greatest gambler to ever walk the earth.
Hi, I'm Booner, and I don't lose.
When buying or selling real estate, flexibility and control over the sales process is key. Sellers, how would you like the freedom of canceling your listing agreement at any time for any reason with no penalty? That is exactly what Mark White & Associates offers. It's called the Minute-by-Minute Listing Agreement by Mark White & Associates. Try Mark White's risk-free minute-to-minute listing agreement today. Looking to buy or sell real estate? Visit markwhitesells.com or call 248-290-8242. markwhitesells.com, where flexibility meets success.
Let's get into it. Real quick, couple of show notes before we start heading down this Lions-Chiefs road. Neal, Ruhl, Darren, McCarty, Big Mike Gentry, Spencer Raxter. Sad Spenny here in the house today. Tomorrow, they've been very good to this show. They've been very good to some of your wallets as well. We will be joined by San Jose State football coach Brent Brennan, favorite of the show.
That's our guy.
Mountain West representing.
Gonna take out my shirt.
A big.
Shirt.
Yep, absolutely. Mountain West victory over the Big Ten over the weekend too. Fresno State took it to Purdue.
That's what it's all about.
What's Purdue doing playing that game?
Sucks. Purdue sucks.
Illinois saved the conference honor, though, by making that field goal against Toledo.
It's true. What about Clemson and Duke? Man.
Stay tuned to rest in peace.
Yeah, a lot of shakeup.
There was a lot of shakeup. Ohio State, but we're gonna get into all that. Detroit Supremacy had the great idea. Let's have a Mahomes hate segment. We're gonna have a Mahomes hate hour. Fire it in to the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. D-Mac, if you would hit the first tee shot, please.
I'm gonna hit the first, and I'm gonna hit the breakfast ball too. Now,
Sure.
Steve Savrat, you're a loyal companion. We all know Mahomes eats candy corn. I mean, that goes without saying. But Dan Wood, you nailed it, because Patrick Mahomes gives flannel bad breath.
That's a bit aggressive, but okay.
That's a bit aggressive, but it's probably true. Allegedly. There, I'm safe.
Mahomes puts the cereal in the bowl first. That comes from Napka. I do that.
Wait, who puts the milk in the bowl first?
A heathen.
That's what Mahomes does. He put the milk in the bowl
Yeah, he put the milk in the bowl first. Mahomes gets lost in the corn maze. Easy. Guys, we got to pace ourselves for an hour here, guys. All right? Don't use them all up. D-Mac, Isaiah Buggs, the big story, was told he will not play against the Chiefs. I guess that's the leadoff, and he's letting people know, that he is upset about it, which, I would expect him to be upset about it. But what about that, D-Mac? I didn't hear a ton about this on the social medias. I would assume this is going to be one of those things to where it's going to be like a crutch reaction. If they lose, they don't stop the run, they're not effective in the middle of the defensive line, people will circle back to that, I would have the feeling.
Well, yeah, because what are you talking about? Like, I mean, they're making a decision. Let's break this down to the why. Because what's the why is why Buggs isn't playing. It'd be because he's injured, or else somebody else is playing better, or the scheme or the system that they think that can stop the run, right, is by committee, and he's not one of these guys that has made, so to speak, the cut on that committee to start the game. What, to me, I don't know if it is, but does that mean that some of the rookies have stepped up? Does it mean that a healthy John Kaminsky, Josh Paschal, guys like these that have stepped up? So, and I'll be the first. Here, Neal, if they don't stop the run and it's apparent that that's the reason that they're not, then I'll be the first one to.
You'll be the Grand Marshal in that parade?
I'll be the Grand Marshal of where the hell is Buggs, right? So, unfortunately, I think this is one of those cases. I'm hoping it's one of those cases. Is that you got to trust Dan Campbell and his coaching staff. And if this is defense to Aaron Glenn to whatever, that other guys have performed or will perform better against what the game plan for what they think the Chiefs will throw at them. Does that make sense too? Maybe it's the versatility that they're not worried as much about Bugs plugging that line and guys running at him, that they need somebody more mobile to go chase Mahomes if he gets out of the pocket. So I have no problem with it until it doesn't work. Right?
Yeah.
Because but I mean, how can we all not? How can we question? We can't question this decision, but I think we can all question it if it doesn't work, and that's the apparent. Right? They go out and lose, but they shut down the run game, or it's efficient. Well, they still made the right coaching decision in that aspect. It's units, and it's all together. So I just think other guys start naming other guys. I know that guys are getting healthy from last year. So opportunity is right there. And I think maybe if you press it, they want a little bit more mobility because they're not worried about Mahomes running up the middle or Pacheco or whatever like this, but they're worried about the scrambling and making those Patrick Mahomes 7-second plays.
Yeah, and look, we know this. No matter what happens in the game with the Lions and the Chiefs, your post-game home is going to be Woodward Sports Network, everybody. Tom Mazaway will be hosting the post-game show after every Lions game all season long. Tune in to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for hot-off-the-press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid chugging celebrations. You don't want to miss
baby.
it.
Sticks back.
Stick is going to be back in the house as well. Maz and special guests every week directly following every Lions game exclusively on the Woodward Sports YouTube channel. Explosive viewership last year on the post-game shows. Mm-hmm. There's no way other media entities in this town had more. There's no way.
I used to, so I would TD the post-game shows last year, and I would be really hammered because we'd be at the brass rail for the majority of it.
And that's your spot.
And so I'd be getting after it all game. And then I'd be throwing up the dumbest polls ever, based on who did well. It was Tom Kennedy or Jerry Rice, who's a better receiver. Those were good times.
Those were good times. I saw the one you pinned to the top earlier. Bring Chris Jones home. We're going to talk about it in the next segment. Also, the Patrick Mahomes hate segment going on congruently with the show. Like Run DMG, Patrick Mahomes looks like my big toe. And I don't know what that means.
But he's right.
But he's probably right. Mike G, you'll like this one, D-Mac. Mahomes paid Franz Nielsen and Stephen Weiss their contracts. Oh. So I owe Kenny Holland an apology. Oh. It was actually Patrick Mahomes that signed Stephen Weiss and Franz Nielsen.
What a savage.
That is brutal. But Spenny, I know you guys got to it on the heavyweights on Friday, right? Mm-hmm. About the Isaiah Buggs thing, because it was...
Yeah, I wasn't here.
Oh, that's right. You were out.
Yeah.
What were the streets telling you about it?
I don't know. The streets are saying it could be something. The streets are saying it could be a trade in the works.
So this could be a falling out.
He removed everything from all the Lions off of his social medias.
Oh, not that.
Yeah, I mean, that means something nowadays. So we'll see. I mean, I have a hard time believing they'd just be like, hey, you're not playing this game. And but he's still on the team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he's a good defensive tackle. So, I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but I'm here for it. Brad's doing something.
The Patrick Mahomes hate segment. This is the greatest one. This one's going to shut it down. This is the sickest burn of all time.
All right.
And if this gets back to Patrick Mahomes, it could break him before the game. Tiger Town. Mahomes was drafted by the Tigers.
That's true. That is true.
Whoa. Roasted.
Oh, the only thing that could have been worse is if Alavila would have traded for Patrick Mahomes. That's the only thing that could have been worse.
Mahomes also has, that means the Tigers drafted more Super Bowl winning quarterbacks than the Lions.
That's true.
It's kind of sad.
They've also drafted more Super Bowl winners than World Series winners in the last 40 years.
That is true. That's also sad.
Because they haven't won one, So there's that as well. Steven Reiner, what if the Lions have a deal in place to send Buggs to Kansas City for Jones, but KC won't do it until the game is over? I would love it. I would love to bring Chris Jones home.
Bring him home.
That'd be fine. So you're going to tell me that you get Chris Jones week 2 and you don't have to play against him week 1? When?
What if that's the case? Steven Syrett, Mahomes used a fake golden ticket. No, nobody's that hated. Nobody's that bad. Everyone just wants to do Detroit supremacy. They drafted Verlander. Yes, he didn't win one here. Because nobody won one here. Because they haven't won one since they had DeLoreans out on the road and people were going back to the future.
Oof.
84, really? That was that?
It's the last World Series they won.
Well, I know that well.
Yeah.
I was 12 years old. I firmly remember.
I was -12.
That's what it was. The obligatory two, Dan Wood, El Mago, is back. But yeah, it is. It's just the Bugs thing. And D-Mac, this runs counter to all of the... Look, what's been the big thing with the Dan Campbell era? What's everybody point to? The locker room, right?
Absolutely.
The locker room. The locker room mentality. The...
All-in mentality.
All in. Everybody has all in. Everybody's on the... Yeah, everyone's prepared to give it up for whatever needs to be done. This is the first bump in that road, isn't it?
Well, is it a bump in the road, or is it something that... Like, you're putting the team together, right? And along the way, there's going to be casualties that either don't fit into your game plan or sit out or want to be around. I think this is more... if I'm going to read between the lines here, I think that, like, obviously if he takes his social media down something, then it's bigger than that. But it's also, too, it might not be contentious where it's like you're not part of the plan and he thinks that he can be an asset or part of the plan. And then he's asked, well, can you move me somewhere where I can play? I think this is just Bugs wanting to play more than wanting to be a role player and you're something like this, right? So, but in all honesty, we're talking, he's expendable, isn't he? Especially if the rest of the defensive line, like this is what's telling me more apparent is that the other guys are doing the job, right? Together. And other guys have stepped up. Who was the rookie you mentioned?
What about Broderick Martin? That's your mind's guy.
So I think that this move right here, where the conversation has been had, and Bugs is allowed to react any way he wants, right? He doesn't have to, go along with it or whatever. But to me, this tells me that Broderick Martin might be in the game plan to move in quicker. So I don't think this is a chink in the armor. I think this is just, professional sports 101. What have you done for me lately? And if you're not part of the plan,
and that cuts both ways.
It cuts
the
both
team
ways.
And the player.
Yes,
right.
and that also too in this situation where we're questioning this, doesn't this get you excited? Where it's not SOL because guys are fighting for spots, and this is a guy that we thought would be there, and a guy that obviously they re-signed, but it's not working out. So, I mean, again, let's wait and see because we could be here on Friday talking about, why didn't Bugs play? Mm-hmm. But I don't think that's the case. I think that the game plan that they're putting ahead just doesn't include him for Kansas City.
D-Mac, that's why I like doing the show with you because, like, how passionate you are about everything, but you've been in the locker room. So when it turns to that and you say, yes, that cuts both ways. That's on the player. That's on the team, too. Like, that's the way pro athletes work. That's the way it works inside those locker rooms, man. These are $1 million guys. $2 million a year guys, man. Like, that's the way that it works. Real quickly, Spenmo, you discovered Broderick Martin single-handedly.
I wouldn't say that.
When you were at Lions training camp. You were the one. You were the first on the scene.
Okay. I'll accept that responsibility.
Yeah, you and Brad Holmes were the only two guys that knew about Broderick Martin.
That's true.
Does that tell you, though? Does that tell you something? That
I don't know what it tells me. I honestly have no idea.
Does it tell you something about Broderick Martin, though?
I think they have more faith in him, yeah, but I still don't know. I still think something's happening.
Okay, so I'm just being extra.
No, I mean, they definitely have to have some faith in him to be able to do that, but this isn't over. Like, this Bugs situation is not over.
Oh, no, it's not. Tony D, Motor City Dan Campbell, no turd. So, we'll see. And a tour says you can't blame Bugs for reacting that way. Being told you're not practicing days before the season opener way more often than not means that you're traded. And yeah, I mean, at that same point, like, you want guys that it means something to them. If everybody is about the culture and everything like that, it is going to upset them. Sports marketing agency, they help spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their podcast is called This is the S Word, helps address the stigma associated with seeking help. If you're struggling or someone you know is struggling, go to thesportsma.com. Thesportsma.com. Sports marketing agency, they're here to help.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime. Deal ends Wednesday, September 13th.
Join now at any Metro Detroit location. Hurry, offer ends soon.
Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, two of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder.
It's the Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tour.
You're a good coach, Tim. Oh, great shot.
Some of the biggest names in Michigan sports, and some, well, not so much.
Good. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, baby.
Watch episodes at woodwardsports.com. Neal Ruhl here for the Academy of Warren. Lots of people going back to school today. As a matter of fact, still time for you to enroll your child at the Academy of Warren. Kindergarten through 8th grade that features AM, PM latchkey, small classroom sizes, a Learning Street, futuristic media center, free breakfast and lunch, Houghton Mifflin curriculum, academic games, and of course, kindergarten through 8th grade athletics in a brand new state-of-the-art sports dome field house with a regulation basketball court, volleyball court, and soccer field. Also has room for 7-on-7 football. Enroll today. Enroll right now. academyofwarren.net. Keeping it pushing here, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Lions game week. We'll get into the college football slate coming up in hour number 2, debut of a new segment on Football Mondays, or in this case, Tuesday. You got to get the disclaimer out there. We will take a look at people who can go ahead and throw themselves inside that grave because it's time for them to rest in peace. But we are talking Detroit Lions. We are talking Kansas City Chiefs. The Isaiah Buggs thing is out there as well. And, of course, we are doing the Travis Kelce hate segment, Ransom. I read into it a little. Don't you think Buggs would be happy to leave and play with Kansas City? Don't you think? Probably would be mad to go to Tampa. Think about it. I don't know about all that. I think like trades in right before week 1 is a little aggressive. But I don't know. Rack says Mahomes thinks his hair is better than Darren McCarty.
That's where he's wrong. I'll beat the living out of him, especially after today. I get it colored again. Don't worry. Today might be. After the show today, not a chance.
There you go. I like it.
Even though he's got Griffin McCarty here, he's got the...
Detroit Supremacy said when asked how will Gibbs be used this Thursday in Kansas City, Dan Campbell said he won't be lining him up at punter if that helps. So that we can confirm that too. Jahmyr Gibbs will not be in the punter spot.
Well, remember Ben Johnson's quote, and I'm paraphrasing, something that we're going to use Gibbs in ways that maybe they haven't seen him. So, okay, so not kick it. And that's the smart move. We got Jack Fox. He's like one of the best in the league. So I can handle it.
Lorena Rios, Mahomes does not put shopping carts back in the corral after use.
What a dick. Are you sure that's... See,
guys,
that might be a little aggressive. Are you sure that... I know that's not...
You're a dick if you do that.
No, I know, but that's Jackson. That's his brother.
Yeah.
And
he
his wife
100%
for
does
sure.
that.
His wife. Like, I think Patrick Mahomes, his wife just throws it like this, and he takes it back. I give him credit for that.
I bet his brother just Instacarts everything and puts it on Patrick's credit card.
Oh,
I would.
100%. 100%. Stephen Weiss, Franz Nielsen, and Jackson Mahomes. On his payroll.
Yes. Mike G, did Mr. Kearney build a rock wall at their athletic facility? No, because it's a wasted expense.
No, I think they do have a rock wall.
They do not. Do they?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure they do.
Well, no one uses it, so it was a waste of money.
Well, it's not in the gym. It's for the kids.
Trick a lot of kids.
Trick a lot of kids.
Chris Jones. This is going to be for real, everybody. Like, I said this. I know there were a lot of people out there that maybe disagreed, but for the most part, he's going to take this to the wire, D-Mac. Guys, he will not play. I
said
said this a week ago,
3 weeks
2 weeks ago,
whatever.
4 weeks ago. When you are pushing 30 and it's your last payday,
you've done it. You've won the rings, and you've
done it all.
Arguably one of the best defensive tackles in the playoffs in the Super Bowl era, right? Like getting it done. So your mentality is obviously what's the rest for him to get? It's the dollar at the end of his career. So whatever he sacrifices in the first whatever weeks of the season, right? Neal, he'll make in the back end to whatever he signs.
Yeah, we broke this down. Spot Trek put out a tweet about it that basically broke it down and said Chris Jones is willing to sacrifice $7 million in fines, missed game checks, etc., to get $50 million. Like that's what it is. And you know when he does get yes, Chris Tucker,
million,
yes. And when he gets at $50 million, I know the first thing he's going to do turn on Woodward bets.
Turn on Woodward bets. He better not do it from a NFL property. We know how that goes down. But still, Woodward bets is here to give you all the help you need when you're making your game day bets. And you know, it's Booner. He's Booner. So that's all you need to know. Woodward bets. Live Saturdays at 11 a.m. and Sundays at 11:30. Make sure you tap in with Booner all season long as he gives you the best picks for the football season. Check it out.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Andrew Schmidt says, that sounds like a good return on investment to me. And yes, it is. And D-Mac, look, here's where I'll lean on you once again. You are, self-admittedly, you are a bad example of this because you wouldn't do this. Yeah. No, this isn't in your DNA.
No, and not especially because I'm going for the next chance. I mean, I'm not built that way. I'm built for the crew. But again,
built different.
But you understand
he's outgrown it.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe he's outgrown, and it's that where he sees it. But I also understand it too. Is that if he's going to go get paid because he's won that? These are decisions that guys have to make. And even though sometimes you're built it, you always wonder, hey, I'm going to watch this guy and see how he would do it. If I had to do it again, maybe you would do it different. I wouldn't. But, that's just the way you're made up.
But the point is you understand it.
I don't begrudge him at all.
Yeah.
Especially in football. Guys, no guaranteed money at all for what these guys do. So he's got to go out and make sure he gets his guaranteed money. Right? It's different for... Even in NHL, right? So say I wanted to go somewhere, and I'll just say arguably that somebody's going to pay me $3 million over 5 years, $15 million, but I'm going to stay here for 5 years for $2.5 million, right? The money's not big enough to change everything else around you, right? So you'll be compensated. Plus, Neal, here's the difference. Right? 5 years, that money's guaranteed, whatever it is. 12.5, I can just look at it and go, okay, if I get hurt, whatever like this, I'm getting paid that money because NHL contracts are guaranteed.
Right.
It's a different conversation. So you can't begrudge anybody until they change. That's why it's so important when you see these football. What do you look for? What's the first conversation? It's not the length of the contract. What's the guaranteed money?
That's all
What's
they care about.
What's the guaranteed money?
Yep.
Because that's how they protect themselves now. But that's a negotiated tactic, correct?
Correct.
100%.
Yes.
There's a playbook. Both sides are running their playbook right now.
And here's the thing, like where Kansas City and I would think where they would have to, and they're probably looking to see what they can get for Chris Jones and move him and stuff because he's in that situation. Like we're talking about, they've already won, right? They've already got the basis. They know the money's going to go to Mahomes and Kelsey, right? There's a great example. Travis Kelsey and Chris Jones, right? Where Travis Kelsey will come out and go, I know I'm not making what I probably should or whatever, but I'm not leaving the situation. That's me, right? Because I'm going to be compensated. And
well, to be fair, D-Mac, Mahomes is doing that right now.
He did that with
45 a year.
But he did that. But when he signed the deal, but he knew that too. But these guys are built differently. Like we're going to be Kansas City Chiefs for life, and we're going to do this and whatever. Chris Jones is part of their nucleus, but again, when it comes down to it, he's like, boys, hey, what a great run, that was awesome or whatever, but I gotta go get paid. And his guys in his dressing room aren't gonna say that. You know where here's another thing brings to my mind. After we won in 97-98, Martin LaPointe, right?
Yes.
Martin LaPointe, free agent, he called me, Drapes, whatever like this, because he was so upset that Boston offered him like 4 years, $20 million.
$20 million, yeah.
And we told him that if he didn't sign that and
He's an idiot.
You're the dumbest, right? We had to talk him through about, because he's got kids, and about what this meant to whatever. And then at the end of the conversation was Bulldog. It's 4 years. You can come back. You know what I mean? Like, it's all that, like, it doesn't change what we've gone through, but guys get in these situations, but you can't turn away the money. I think this is where Chris Jones is at, and it goes back to whatever he's going to be fine, because he sees a big picture, and he's going to get paid wherever he signs or whatever like this. Do you not think he's going to get paid?
100%.
This isn't. He's not doing this.
You want to know why, D-Mac?
Fruition.
You want to know why?
Why?
Somebody actually just sent me this on social media. Dustin Gerloff sent this to me. Stat about the Chiefs' defense the last 5 seasons. With Chris Jones on the field, they pressure the quarterback 35% of plays. First in the NFL. Nobody better. Wow. Without Chris Jones.
That's without blitz, too, probably, right?
Just in total plays.
Just in total, okay.
Chris Jones off the field. They pressure the quarterback 27% of plays. That's 28th in the league. Hi. I'm Chris Jones' agent.
Chris Jones.
See those numbers? The numbers that have you 28th at 27%, those are the $7 million numbers. The numbers that have you pressuring the quarterback 35% of every play and you're first in the league, those are the $50 million guaranteed numbers. Which one do you choose? There are 2 choices here. That's it.
That's all.
That's it. That's all.
Absolutely sexual.
Catchphrase. But yeah, it's very, very simple. Now who reaps the benefits? The Lions reap the benefits because he ain't playing.
Absolutely.
So I mean, by the math, they're not going to get to golf as much as they would. There's usually about 70 plays in an NFL game.
Yeah, around there.
Around there, 70 plays. So 28% of that versus 35%. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's big. That's 3 to 4 plays. They're not going to put pressure on Goff that they would if Chris Jones was there, on average. That's huge.
Well, what's huge is when you tell me that 35 is the top, 28 is near the bottom.
Which tells you,
so
again.
that tells you how close.
How slim the line is.
How slim the line is.
Yep.
Play here, play there, and he's the guy that makes those plays.
The Patrick Mahomes hate segment rolls on. Dan Wood. Mahomes shows up at garage sales 2 hours early and asks for a preview. It's funny he brings that up. My wife loves having garage sales, and I hate it. You got to bring all the shit up and set it all up and all that stuff. Never.
Does she have one before
Never.
We're
never doing one again.
Yeah, let me know, because I got some stuff I might
Shut
want to
up.
send up there.
Shut up.
I'll man it. I'll work it.
Shut up.
I'm just saying, if you need help. I'm sure Spenny's got some stuff to come over.
Yeah, I got some stuff.
Hey, you know what? Gentry's got nothing doing. He'll help. He'll load cars and stuff. Right,
You'll be
Gentry?
moved into the house by then. How'd that go, by the way?
It was rough. I'm all moved in, but I got a bunch of shit to build still. So.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and it was 90 degrees, man. So.
Well, that's what I did. I actually did
win.
that. My shout out. I did some moving on the weekend too.
Nothing worse than garage sale person. Like, you got something marked. You got something marked for like $5, and they roll in. They're like, "Hey, will you take $1 for it?" Yeah. No, I will throw it in the fucking garbage before I give it to you for $1. I will. I swear to God. I said that before.
You ever see Neal? He's standing out there, right? He's got his bourbon in one hand. He's got a torch in the other hand, and that's just if you make him a disrespectful offer, you go against to what it's priced out at, he'll just burn it right in front of you.
I told the guy, I said, I'll throw it in the garbage before I give it to you for $1. Because I will. Because I'll get enjoyment out of that $1 I'm losing out.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying?
Just to watch his face.
The numbers. Start going the numbers. Risk reward, all that kind of stuff. Hey, what could be better than watching celebrities like Braylon Edwards, Darren McCarty play golf? What about playing golf yourself and being treated like a celebrity? That's what. Stop into Indy Randy Wise Automotive Dealership for your chance to play golf like a celebrity. VIP transportation, free golf at one of Michigan's best track, and a tasty steak after compliments of Fairway Packing Company. Their steaks slap, by the way. Make the wise choice. Get to Randy Wise Automotive today for your chance to win and be a part of the Randy Wise Automotive Team's Celebrity Golf Tour.
The sports marketing agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zuniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization, we serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
Have you ever argued with your little brother? How about some random guy you're stuck in a room with for an hour? Flannel Sam and Spencer Raxter are at each other's throats. One Spartan alumni and one Walmart Wolverine are locked in a room with nowhere to hide. You're welcome. Whether it's go blue or go green, you can go to woodwardsports.com for all the action. Coming soon to a device near you.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Oh, I love this. Just in time for football. Glorious Cannabis is dropping a new ice water bubble hash infused pre-roll called Honolulu Blue. Listen, I'm a big fan of Glorious Cannabis. This one is going to be fire. It smells so good. It's like the whiff of the first playoff win in 31 years. It's a gassy, aggressive strain named in honor of Detroit football. Yes, they made this specifically for your Detroit Lions. If you haven't had one of these ice water pre-rolls, you're missing out. They're so smooth. Find them at Dispo Dispensary for 25% off. Use out online at www.gloriouscanna.com.
I saw Honolulu Blue. It was glorious. Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal, Ruhl, Darren, McCarty, Big Mike Gentry all moved into his house, but knee-deep in assembling furniture and whatnot. Good luck. Good luck.
It's all part of the journey, Michael.
Oh, yeah. Brutal.
All part of the journey. It's absolutely brutal.
Yes.
It's the most brutal thing. You know, I moved 13 times in 7 years.
Damn.
Oh, my
Between
God.
here in Florida. Like back between 12 and 18.
That is brutal.
Yeah.
Nothing worse than moving.
No bueno.
Nothing worse than moving. Spencer Raxter here.
No, helping people move is worse than moving.
I would agree, because you get nothing out of it.
Well, you got bad friends then.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, yeah.
You help me move your system.
Some beer.
I
mean, we did that, but that was part of the problem, too. Because then, like, we got caught up in that.
Yeah.
No,
we were moving. We stopped at the bar in the moving truck.
Of course you did, but you gotta.
That's all part of it.
It's like this right here. You gotta have somebody who knows the preparation. Now I can put a truck together like Tetris, right? So it's game plan to being able to do it. You can do it. That's some of the most fun we ever had was back when we were drinking and having to move stuff.
Yeah. The Tetris. Do you do the thing where you wait for the one long piece to fill it all out like I did all the time playing Tetris?
Yeah, well, you have to circumvent to where the things are, because you never want to have everything sort of packed in and then you got to put that couch or whatever. So usually if you can figure out where the big pieces go first, then you can mix in all the little ones and stuff.
No doubt. WoodwardSports.com chat thread. We will have the Patrick Mahomes slander running through the first hour. Also, people, apparently I'm having a garage sale now. Brandon Dog says, everyone bring your junk to Neal's house this Saturday for the big sale. Cody Engel, live show from Neal's next family garage sale. Should we do it?
Yeah, hell yeah.
That would be pretty funny, actually.
Would be funny.
Now that I would be down for.
See, I'm all for that.
Yeah.
You'll get me to show up to that.
I would consider that.
The people want deals.
Yeah.
We can invite Gary V. We could have Gary V on as guest.
Well, and we could, like, the people, in order to buy something, you'd have, if you want to make an offer, you have to come on the show and offer on the show, and we talk through it.
That's fair.
And then I can sit there and tell you, I will set that thing on fire in front of all of us before I give it to you for 60 cents.
Do we have room for like a fire trash disposal pit, like this, just to make
like
right?
a wood chipper?
Yeah, something like that. Neal just no.
I'll throw my own stuff in the wood chipper.
I'm not selling you for that.
Yeah, that would work. Jack Stark, Neal, do you have a furnace to spare? I do not. Dan Wood said Rod would be looking for a decanter. Now that I would give to him for $1.
Super Rosito.
Super Rosito of the streets. We're going to talk Michigan State coming up in the second hour, and you know we're going to get to college football because that's what we do here at Woodward Sports, because we have a love of college football just like you do. That's why we're bringing you Woodward Sports for the love of college football pregame show. Latest Woodward Sports show to tune into on the YouTube channel. Spenmo, Rax, Flannel, Sam, Easy, and many more. Get you ready for college football kickoff, premiering live every Saturday from 8:30 to 10:30 on the Woodward Sports channel. Whether you're a Sparty, a Wolverine, a fan of another team that we won't mention, maybe you're a big Mountain West guy. Catchphrase. We welcome you all at the start of your day loving college football, the Woodward Sports Network, every week. 1-0 over the Big Ten.
Yep.
Mountain West on the road.
It's true.
Even they had their little Big Ten officials and stuff. Didn't matter. You don't want Fresno. Why are they scheduling Fresno?
I don't know. They don't want those problems.
No, you don't want what they have. Fresno's like the Utah of the Mountain West.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want that.
Are those two, when you think about it, right? There's a couple teams that you have to avoid.
Yeah.
Now we've made it apparent that Utah's one that just smashes around.
Yeah, they're not going to win the national title.
No,
but you don't want what they have to offer.
No, but it's that you don't want that game. You don't want that heat. Fresno State,
Jim
same
Harbaugh
thing.
fell for that once.
Who else is there? Who else? Like out of the two, is there a few other ones out there that are like that? They're sort of, you don't want to play them because they always give you a good game or make you're gonna come out looking bad no matter what.
Yeah, because of the travel.
Even if you beat them,
like you go to Utah State. Yeah, you don't want that.
So it's not a direct trip or whatever. It's a day trip.
They play at elevation. It's all weird, dude. All of it's weird.
So it's all set up.
So there is all that also. Big Con 51. Neal, is Indiana one of those teams? No. Hey, good job by Indiana's coach keeping it a secret who the kicker was. It had a big impact on the game.
Huge.
It did. DCP1, Patrick Mahomes asked for no onions. How can you not get onions on something?
I don't like raw onion.
Oh, I do. Burger?
Yeah.
Raw onion?
No thanks.
Oh, yeah.
Not a raw onion.
But we can all agree.
But you have them on a hot dog, right?
No. I mean, a coney dog. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're diced.
They're diced, yeah.
Because they slap.
Kevin Donaldson, like Flannel. Hey, guys, we can all agree on this one. Like Flannel, Mahomes also thinks Johnny Cash is overrated.
That's crazy. That's still crazy.
That is a wild take.
He said that on this show.
And Bob Seger.
And he says, they named the road after him at Pine Knob.
Yeah.
Bob Seger's overrated.
Yeah, that was mind-blowing to me. Like, I could...
What one was more? What one was more egregious?
And Sam Reynolds, a.k.a. Sam Flannel, in the chat, there's nothing wrong with asking for no onions. Of course, that's what you do when you order Patrick's friggin' hamburger, right?
I agree with that. Although, I don't know. There's certain things I'll eat onions on. Like a gyro, I'm going to have onions on it.
Yeah.
A coney dog, I'm going to have onions on it. But if it's like a make-your-own cheeseburger, I'm not like...
So you're
grabbing onions.
You like onions as an additive, not as a direct bite.
Yeah, for sure. I like sautéed onions and cooked onions.
Oh yeah, because they're caramelized.
Yeah,
they got the little sweetness in them.
This girl my sister used to hang out with, one of her friends growing up, used to eat an onion like an apple, and I'd spit on her. You are disgusting, miss.
Good Lord, Spenny.
It was gross, man.
Good Lord that she ate the other, he spit on her. Either or.
Yeah.
Mike says...
A little bit of both.
A little aggressive.
Mike says, Mahomes always takes the last slice. Tammy Chen, onions, ew. Here on Mark M, no onions on my gyro.
And as Schoolboy Q says, the onion in my pocket like the booty on a midget. So...
Fair enough. Fair enough. Last couple minutes of the segment. Where are we at? Hey, I know this is subject to... Get it together.
I'm just thinking about a night I had in East Lansing that involved a little person.
I was just thinking, I know you were. Anyways.
It was bucket list stuff, man.
How'd that go?
It was fun. It was a good time.
Stay tuned. Heavyweights.
Took a while,
It'll fill you in later.
Did you just say, quote, it took a while, unquote?
It took a while, yeah. I mean, I had to get in the right headspace. Like, am I actually doing this? But yeah, like I said, bucket list stuff.
Proud of you, Spenny.
Do what I can.
How about this? Woodward heavyweight today.
What do we call that reporter on Thanksgiving? That was proud. What do they call? What was the name they used?
Oh my God.
I forgot. Help me out in the chat. What was the reporter's name? That was it the night before Thanksgiving, by the way?
Oh, was it Skanksgiving?
Skanksgiving,
yeah.
The Skanksgiving reporter. Was this a Skanksgiving Day event? Is this part of the stories?
No, it was just a.
Oh, it wasn't.
Just a regular Tuesday.
Just another Tuesday.
Okay,
Tuesday.
Spenny, in a vacuum, like I like it, right? Like I like the discussion. In a vacuum, I do. But the problem with it is you say it, we got about the 20-second delay for it to go across YouTube, and then a 20 more second delay before I get stuff like this. Bucket list. My bucket list is a woman with no teeth. Like, yeah, these are your people. I don't support this stuff.
Amputees on the bucket list. I don't know about teeth, but like no legs.
Oh.
Like a double amputee, that'd be on the bucket list.
Like I want to talk Lions Chiefs. I want to do a woman with no teeth, and I get White Castle heartburn. Oh my God, I love them, but damn, that's what I get.
This guy will not.
I gotta be honest. This is my favorite part. This is my favorite part.
And you say that, and then there's you. You say that every time we get into a segment like this. There's you over there laughing like a 12-year-old, like how you eat, and you're drinking Coke out of a bottle, and then you're sitting there laughing about it, and you say, "This is, Neal, this is my favorite segment we've ever done on this show." Every single time. When you know that's a lie, because Black Santa's the best segment we've ever done on this show.
But these are all up there. Anytime Spenny gets belly laughing, it's like then it's off.
Mike G said, "Spenny, did you make her say de plane?"
I want out of this segment.
Time. That was. You know what? Football season's coming up, guys, and I'm going to throw that first flag on you, Mike. Yeah. There it is.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I saw her hop out of her car, like in front of my house.
You can't blame me because I'm not even instigating this. It's him.
Like both feet hit the ground at the same time. It was a good night.
Come on, Pro.
Neal Ruhl here for Planet Fitness, home of the judgment-free zone. Unlike Spencer Raxter, Planet Fitness, again, $10 a month. Get access to your home club. Greatest deal in the gym game today. Black Card, $24.99 a month as well. Get access to over 2,400 Planet Fitnesses around the world. Tons of equipment. Guys, you can do anything you want in the Planet Fitness. Whatever your goal is. You want to build up cardio, you can do that. Even if there's some idiot running 8 miles today, actually, for an hour and 15 minutes, which there was at the Maple Road Planet Fitness, it doesn't matter because there's tons of cardio equipment in there. You can go get it in. Weights, that's your thing. You want to lift, you want to get a pump in there, go ahead. Do that as well. Tons of weights equipment as well. The stretching station, all of it. Unlike this studio, it's the most professional gym environment you will be in any one of the 2,400 Planet Fitnesses around the world. Go to planetfitness.com. Pull your car in the parking lot, hop out. You can join there. It's Planet Fitness, Darren McCarty.
Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Come hang with the Woodward Sports Crew all throughout football season on Saturdays and Sundays. Join our college football and Detroit Lions live watch parties.
Inside the 5, caught, end zone, touchdown Detroit Lions!
With money on the line. Featuring different special guests and surprises. Start times will vary depending on the game. Only on our Woodward Sports YouTube channel.
Big Boy Strawberry Fest has officially arrived, and we're here to show you the very best flavors of the season. Satisfy your sweet tooth with our deep-fried vanilla Oreos, strawberry hot fudge cake, and a slice of our classic strawberry pie. But that's not all. Cool off on a refreshing summer splash salad, or savor the flavors of our chicken Caesar wrap and strawberry bacon chicken wrap. And for breakfast lovers, don't miss out on our strawberry hotcakes or our mouth-watering red velvet waffle. Strawberry Fest is something for everyone. Celebrate the sweet season with us at Big Boy.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports. Woodward and Main Street. The Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions Show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Calling all landscapers, how would you like to landscape like a legend? Register for your chance for me, 4-time Stanley Cup winner, to be a part of your work crew. Yeah, we're going to get out there and get it done. That's right. Zero turn, I got it. Weed whipping, that too. Edging for all your favorite clients. So what do you have to do? You sign up today, OutdoorEquipCo.com. That's OutdoorEquipCo.com, and I will see one of you very, very soon.
Pulling up on the second hour of the show, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal, Ruhl, Darren, McCarty, Big Mike Gentry, Spencer Raxter as well. Coming up in just a little bit, our season debut of Rest in Peace, our reactions to the football weekend. BMG's going to mix and scratch some production into it next week. This will be like Spencer, this will be a soft launch. Yep. But then, it'll grow as the season goes on. What, BMG? Sorry. I do not condone these, but the people leave them. Yeah. Let's go Red Wing Sparty. It was nothing short of a good time. I don't condone it, and I'm not reading any more of those. It was a good time.
We had a good night.
Not reading any more of those.
Home.
Proud of you, Spencer.
Yeah. Didn't even get a breakfast.
Nicholas Duncan. Neal needs a mullet. See, this is a side. Neal needs a mullet. People are saying, no, I do not.
Yeah.
I do not need a mullet. I don't.
You do.
I got some big television to do this weekend, by the way. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Big moment for my career, so I'm pretty excited about it. Ransom. Got waders on, Neal. The crap's getting pretty deep in there. It is. Coquet, F it, Neal. Let your hair down. No, Coquet. Somebody's got to keep this together. No, Mike G, I'm not asking Spenny if, quote, drinks were half off at Harper's. What is wrong with you guys?
She was a nice lady, all right? We had a good time. I gave her some drugs, sent her on her way.
Ryan's reaction, Justin Fields or Sam Howell in 2023? But, is that a serious question? You mean Justin Fields of the 1,200-yard rushing season that he's about to have?
Justin Fields.
That seems to be a pretty simple one to me. But yeah, that's it.
I didn't even know what the question.
I'm assuming in fantasy.
I'm assuming fantasy.
If fantasy, real life, whatever. That's an easy
you can't. I mean, I'm not talking about Justin Fields, but he's gonna pop. I think he's gonna. Like you said, over 1,000 yards rushing.
Neal, I got Tua in Woodward Fantasy.
Do you really?
Yeah, I had to. I wanted to get.
Why you sound so sad when you're talking to Neal about that?
Because I wanted Trevor Lawrence. I'm trying to do a stack, and my two receivers are
Ridley and
Kirk. No, Ridley. I got Ridley and Tyreek Hill as my 1 and 2 receivers.
Oh, all right, I got
you. So
I
wanted to stack one of them, and I really wanted to get the Lawrence Ridley stack.
Yeah.
But JB snaked him right before I could get him, so I got Tua.
I'm a huge proponent of the stack in fantasy football.
I won back Peyton Manning, Marvin Harrison,
all the time.
Edward James stack.
Well, if you have a stack, like an upper tier stack, you go to the playoffs.
Yeah.
At a minimum, you're in the playoffs.
In my big money league, I got Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown.
Yeah, you'll be in the playoffs.
Yeah. And
no
I got
matter what.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Are you guys and
my team name is?
Are you guys all happy with your fantasy teams?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah. My depth is kind of lacking, but
you're in a 12-team league, right?
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Woodward is 14.
Woodward is 14?
Yeah.
Wow.
Maz had pick 13.
Was he complaining about it?
He was like, "I'll be lucky to get Kadarius Toney."
Yeah, but the thing is, he would have drafted him.
Yeah.
He would have.
Maz has a good team.
Spemma, what was the name of your team?
My team name in my 100 league is what we call it. I have Jalen Hurts, Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. So my team name is It Hurts When I Brown.
That's a little more PG than I suspected.
Yeah,
that's good though.
I had a couple good ones. I was Ray Rice's right hook one year.
Good Lord.
Sale called shotgun. I was that one year.
That's aggressive.
I had some good team names.
My friend one year had Sioux Girls 1 Cup. That was
that's a good one.
That was a good one he had back in the day. That was about the best team.
Are you happy
that I'd
with
seen.
How many fantasy teams you got?
3.
Are you happy with them?
Yeah.
One better than other.
I'm not as happy as I was last year.
I guess my question is, right? Because does draft position in fantasy football really, is it better to be higher or is it better to be lower to get the snake picks?
My thing is, I either want the first pick or the last pick, and this is going to be arrogant, and people are going to make fun of me, but I'm not going to be wrong twice in a row. Not going to be wrong twice in a row.
I agree.
I love it.
So,
and it's true though. You won't.
No.
You won't.
So,
you put too much work into it, and you're too. It's when you
and I
live
prefer
it.
the last pick over the first
and
pick.
you know what? To that, right? I could say the same thing about Steve Eisman as a general manager. Everything that he does isn't going to be like phenomenal, even though it's going in the right direction.
Like the 3 picks in a row in the second round.
But
I guarantee an all-star out of that.
Yeah, but the thing is he's not going to make 2 or back-to-back, and that's what great leadership is. It goes back to you're going to make a mistake, and you're not going to make the same mistake twice. You're going to learn from it. How about you, BMG? Are you happy with your fantasy team?
Oh yeah.
Neal
wasn't.
Who you got? What pick did you have?
In the Woodward League, I was 7th, I think.
Is your team name Anorexia because it's so thin?
Jesus, no.
Ouch.
What's your team name?
It's just.
I'm just trying to be on your guy. Oh, all of a sudden, everybody's got moral high ground to stand on now.
I mean, all
of a sudden, everyone's like,
too far.
looking down on me.
God
Listen,
damn, Neal, get it together.
There's one thing.
You got a show to run
We
here.
talk about Spenny Bang and
I don't wanna
midgets
be
and stuff
canceled.
like that, but you know what? We can't do that. To
Yeah,
Mike.
all
what
of
is
a
your
sudden,
team
yeah.
name, Mike?
You know what?
It's just Team Gentry. I didn't change my team
Whoa,
name.
come on, man! You're part of Big D Energy now.
Yeah,
you got to be.
you know,
can you put a little effort into it?
Yeah, I'll come
I
back to the
expect
team
that out
name
of
tomorrow.
Sam. What's Flannel's team's name?
I'm
Mahomes
not sure
is
yet.
junk.
Probably just Team Flannel.
Yeah.
You got.
Let's go Red Wings Sparty says has some class. Jesus.
Every one of you can piss off. All of you in here.
Grow up, Neal.
Yeah,
Come on, Neal. We're trying to be
I
professional.
mean, jeez, we're trying to do a show here.
I know. I can tell. I know. I can tell.
I just said it. I was gonna write it down, but we're
Just say it.
we're live stream. Read. Live stream. Read?
No. No, how do we like it now? Are we moralistic? Oh, now it's time to do the commercials. Now everything's okay.
Hey, although Anorexia is better than Team Gentry, I'll tell you that. It should have been.
That's a serious disease millions of people fight with every day.
Not something to joke about.
But our vertically challenged friends out there, they're whatever, right?
Everybody needs some loving, man. Everybody needs some loving.
Hey, just remember, 2 feet on the ground when exiting the building.
Hey, we were live streaming and live watching college football here all weekend in the Woodward studios. Everybody had 2 feet on the ground because there's nothing better to do on a fall weekend than lock into hours of football. Woodward Sports can top that. Sit back, crack open a cold one, put both feet on the ground, line up your bets, and tune in to watch college football all Saturday, every Saturday, and Lions football Sunday with your favorite Woodward Sports personalities. The Woodward Sports Live Game Watch Party is the latest show to hit the WSN channel. Tune in for Lions kickoff at Arrowhead September 7th. Watch along all season long on the Woodward Sports YouTube channel. How'd that go, by the way, Spenny?
I wasn't here.
I know you weren't, but have we heard?
I think it did well.
Did it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Couple, the first run or whatever, and things have been fixed, and the reason to do it was for Thursday.
Yep.
So we're doing the big watch party during the game. Make sure you tune in Thursday night for the Lions game. Everything will be all bells and whistles. I was told that before the show. So everybody who tuned in, it was sort of like you got to get the practice round in and the trial run. So yeah, everybody's all excited. It looked like I walked in this morning and the replay was playing, but it looked like Mikey, you guys had the row. We got to bring in bleacher benches or something.
Yeah,
back row should be all mustaches. Parker was out of place.
Yeah,
right, Sam Flannel on there drinking a beer, just like.
Was he really?
Oh yeah, dude.
I only stayed for the
were
first
chilling.
quarter, but Flannel was definitely throwing him back. I didn't stay the whole game.
Okay.
Yep. So,
gotcha.
So we look forward to Thursday night. Huge.
Yes. By the way, when we come back, we're going to get into it. We're going to go Michigan or Michigan State first, Penny.
We can go Michigan State.
All right, we'll go Michigan first. Then we'll go to Michigan State. Then we'll do rest in peace, and we'll ride. And we're another day closer. Is that cool?
Sounds good to me.
Is that cool with everybody?
Perfect.
Y'all want to do it that way?
Let's do it that way. Everybody's got football on the brain, ladies and gentlemen. And fall ushers in college. We're going to talk about it. Professional football this year is going to be awesome. Fall is also a perfect time to shop your home and auto insurance. Shop it like a pro with Swiss Insurance. They cover Woodward Sports Network, and they should be covering you too. Just call our buddy Mark at Swiss Insurance today. SwissINS.com or call 248-800-4177.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Gabby is a college student struggling to study for her big exam. Then she discovered Syntron, a healthy way for her to stay awake and focus. Jennifer frequently has chaotic days like this until she gets online, orders some Syntron, and finds her groove. April visited her local grocery store, purchased a case of Syntron, and entered to win the Syntron 100K Vegas giveaway. Pick up your case of Syntron today at any Meijer location or visit drinksyntron.com/Vegas and enter for the 100K Vegas giveaway.
Hey, everybody, go to woodwardsports.com/shop. Get the very best in Detroit sports wearables. The Stoke Not Scared shirt. Those are flying off the virtual shelves at the woodwardsports.com/shop store. The whole lineup is there. Lions, Pistons, Tigers, Red Wings, DMAC, all of it. It's all out there for you. You want to look fly and be out there and be ready for your football season? woodwardsports.com/shop. Get in there. Stoke Not Scared.
Working on those B-2 bombers, too. The Brian Branch B-2 bomber.
Oh, yes. And the Jack Campbell, the Spenny original Jack Campbell meat missile shirt.
Those are there.
There you go.
They're ready to go.
Ready to rock. woodwardsports.com/shop. Neal Ruhl, Darren McCarty, Big Mike Gentry, Spencer Raxter as well. Peaceful Tim says, I was really bummed that there was no Spenny at the MSU watch party. Spenny?
Yeah.
Having his own watch
saw
party.
a very nervous Spenny for the first half. We came together, though. Second half looked really good.
All right, let's do Michigan State first then.
Defense looked good all game.
You know what, though? I mean, to be fair, you died on the hill for the -14.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I said 3 scores. I knew it was – I mean, they're a more talented team. Obviously, the first half, I was pretty nervous. But they got it together. They worked the kinks out. You know, Kim looked pretty good in the second half. They had a lot of drop balls in the first half that would have been big plays. So Malik Carr had one down the sideline, I believe. Who had one on I think Trey Mosley had one on the sideline where there was a couple drop balls that led to obviously 3 and outs, but Noah Kim looked pretty good in the second half. The defense looked good all game. They need to obviously play some better competition before we really judge them. It's going to be a huge test, not this week but next week when they go to Washington to play Michael Penix.
Yes.
So we'll see what happens there, but I was overall very happy with the second half. First half scared me a little bit.
It was really wild, DMAC, like monitoring the social media before the game. I actually I watched just about the whole first half of it. I was up at Cicerelli's. My son was working at jiu-jitsu, so I kind of slid next door and watched the first half at Cicerelli's. And it was pretty wild listening to, Noah Kim died and then was resurrected.
Yeah.
You know, during the course of one football game. I mean, DMAC, they wanted Noah Kim blood in that bar.
Oh, absolutely.
In the first half.
Because the first half, what did it remind you of? Remind you of last year. Remind you of dysfunction.
That was the first thing I thought of.
It reminded me of, has anything changed? And then what happened? And then the second half, what I saw yesterday was improvement, or like Spenny was talking about, is that it wasn't easy. You want it to come out and you want to be able to fire away, but they were up against it, but they persevered. And it just seemed to me last year, this Michigan State team not that they would have lost, but they would have had to squeak out a game like some of these other college football teams, and it would have been dirtier. I think that the way that they came into this game, they shook some of the rust off, but they got into it, and then they started. Spenny nailed it. They made plays, and we haven't seen them make plays, right? You see Michigan State make plays when they needed to. Now, yeah, big test is coming up, Michael Penix and stuff like this, but first thing out of your mouth, defense was consistent. The defense looked different to me, right? Out of anybody up here, right? I'm the Canadian, watch it at a distance, college football, but that defense looked different, and it needed to. So I think that, like as far as first test, yes. Like what they see, they have to improve on it. Yes, they got to get more consistent. I think what they're fighting now is how they can figure out how to come out and make those plays early to make it easier on themselves.
Here, Spenny, and I don't mean to put you on the stand here during this, but this is the way it's going to work all season. You're the guy. Rack says it was entertaining watching Spenmo's tweets during the. I was locked in. I set the alerts temporarily for that. I shut them off after the game was over. Fair. With all due respect,
that's fair.
But here's what I can't get past with Michigan State, and this is something, Spenny. Before you came on board here, I got in some heat with your Michigan State brethren about. We were talking about the coaching staff and the ability to get dudes to come here. I'm sorry, Spenny. I'm still not seeing it, man.
Yeah.
It's such low-hanging fruit. Like a Keon Coleman type player. Who, we'll get into that in the Rest in Peace segment. But I don't see dynamic talent.
Yeah.
You know what? Is that fair? Am I being fair there or no?
I mean, yeah, it's fair. There's nobody really. The transfer guys are the ones that stand out.
Again,
Nathan Carter looks like he's going to be a dude. Jacoby Windman, obviously, we know what he did last year. I'd like to see him rush from the edge a little more than he did in week one. But, it is what it is. Cal Halliday, he's a great player. He's a Butkus Award watch player, but he's not
him.
Dynamic talent. Zion Young, that is a guy I noticed. He was making plays. He was all over the field. He was doing things. That's a guy
I like him too, because you need dudes like Zion Young to win.
Yeah.
You do. Not everybody's going to be an award finalist, dude. You need some guys that'll just make some plays.
And I'm excited to see what Tyrell Henry can do. The kid's fast. He had probably the best catch of the week.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
I mean, there was a lot of good catches, but his one-handed, fade in the back of the end zone was getting interfered with was an amazing catch. So we'll see who's going forward, who's really going to stand up. But yeah, I think it's going to be Nathan Carter and Tyrell Henry on offense. Trey Mosley needs some more touches. Like I said, on defense, I like Zion Young a lot. They need to get Jacoby Windman more snaps as an edge rusher, because his 3 snaps, he had 2 pressures and a sack. That's what he does best. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm excited.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Dan Wood, our Mahomes hate segment, rolls on to hour number 2. Mahomes subscribes to the final word.
That's true.
So he probably does, as a matter of fact. Ransom, Neal, you need to grab the steering wheel on this show. It's about to run into a ditch. I think I got it back. No, but D-Mac, I mean, for me, again, that's the thing, right? And we've covered ground. With my Michigan thing, and I've talked with the fans and stuff like that. And we'll get into Michigan coming up in just a couple of minutes. But D-Mac, that's my big takeaway. Did you see what was on the field in that Florida State and LSU game?
Dudes.
Did you see that?
That was the mini pro game. That was the preview. To me, that was one of the most NFL-ish games. But yeah, through every when you watch the Big Ten, right, and you watch Michigan State versus playing a MAC team, playing Western or Central, and then the fact is that you watch a nationally televised game of SEC programs like that, it was just different, wasn't it?
Yes.
It was just different. I think it's the pace, because the consistency of the talent level, to the conversation that you said before about bringing in top stars. You only get a couple through the portal and stuff like that. These guys are still recruiting it. That Florida State team, right, is for real. So to me it isn't. It's because they got dudes all throughout that, athletes. The speed of the game was just if the state game was a 3, this one was at a 4.5.
Yes, and that's what it was. Woodward Sports Lions reporter Gabby D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Detroit legend Terry Foster are sitting at the corner of Woodward and Main Street, bringing you the latest inside info on your Detroit Lions. Episodes coming 2 times a week all season long on the Woodward Sports YouTube channel. Sundays from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. and Tuesdays from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Premieres this Tuesday. That's right, this morning, as a matter of fact. So go back, if you missed it, go back and catch it on the Woodward Sports YouTube channel. They'll be doing some in-depth reporting, breakdowns of the game, players, and preparing you for the next time the Lions hit the gridiron. Woodward Sports Lions Insider Show, Detroit's first stop for Lions game day. But yeah, we're doing it. We're doing Detroit Lions football better than anybody in this town. That's a fact. That is not an opinion. I liked Carter. I did.
He looked good.
He did, and I will say this. That was the first thing I thought of. I'll give Tucker this kind of credit. He seems to have a pretty good eye for running back talent.
Mm-hmm.
He's from UConn, right?
Yep.
You know, that wouldn't jump off the page at you.
No.
You know what I'm saying? But I like his running style, all of that. Again,
he runs hard.
He does. He runs hard. He's got that attitude to him. Again, it was against Central Michigan, but we're going to see everything we need to know in 2 weeks.
That's true.
You got him in your place, Spenny. I will draw my conclusions for the Spartans team in that game. Fair or unfair?
Michael Penix looked pretty fucking good week 1.
Oh, you know, it's 450.
Dude, he's second in highs. Like, he's the real deal, right? I mean,
second to JJ?
Or Sharif or Caleb or whatever.
Yeah, that's... JJ's not top 5.
No, he's not.
You got Penix, you got Shador, you got...
Travis Hunter.
Caleb
Williams.
Dude.
And Travis from Florida State.
Travis Hunter.
Don't forget what Deion Sanders' kid just did.
Yeah.
I mean, he's right there, too.
Nasty.
No, you know, your mom's favorite skater, Roman Wilson. There's that out there as well. Peaceful Tim, not the first time I've watched a Brian Kelly coach team quit, just saying. We'll talk about that coming up in Rest in Peace.
Where is Brandon Katz? He's a big Brian Kelly guy.
That is true.
He choked.
Nicholas Duncan, JJ needs to prove himself to be a Heisman finalist. He's miles behind right now.
Yeah.
Miles behind. Because what we saw, and I'll go this way, Travis Hunter's the best college football player in America.
I'd agree with that.
That doesn't mean he's going to win the Heisman because people don't have the depth in their mind to think like that.
Dude, he's Shohei Ohtani. Like, we're watching a Shohei Ohtani.
D-Mac.
Both sides play every day.
He played 129 snaps in Dallas.
Hey, listen. And after the game, he's getting interviewed, and he's like, I'll go do it again. He did not look tired. Plus, what did he have? He's how many catches did he have?
10 for 120.
And what did he do defensively?
An interception.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this kid, the first thing I thought of is, got Shohei, or, you know, obviously. And who's the perfect, and you learn the story that Deion's known the kid since he's 4 years old. Who else would you want to nurture the next guy to play both ways?
Than Deion.
Arthur Fonzarelli. Hey, good to see you checking in here, Fonz. Says JJ has the 4th lowest Heisman odds currently at FanDuel. I was told he was a sleeper. I was told he'll be on the stage. I was told by somebody that works at this network on the morning show that he would be a sleeper. I was told by somebody here at this network as well that he'll be the #1 pick in the draft. We're going to get into that coming up next when we're going to discuss the Michigan-East Carolina thing.
Yeah, if Caleb Williams dies.
And Michael Penix.
I don't know. I right now, honestly, I think Michael Penix, like, just the consistency, the year and stuff like this, is that low key. That's the 1,000. That's the one on the board there that I would bet.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jordan Travis shot himself in the face this weekend.
Yeah.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Sound Kayak. JJ will be in New York. We're going to discuss when we come back, everybody. I'm actually going to take up for Michigan, though. Like, I'm going to be critical of their fans, but I'm going to be pro the program. Because I feel like they let... I feel like it was very ho-hum, but that was by design by Michigan. I have the feeling that was the case, that was by That was by design. Let me tell you about the design of Big Boy right now. Burgers and sandwiches are taking over at Big Boy. That's by design. It's burger time. Try the best cheeseburger in the world or the new pretzel bacon cheeseburger. Craving chicken? That's cool. The Dolly chicken sandwich, or turn up the heat with the Bob's hot chicken sandwich. Upgrade your regular fries with the chili cheese fries or the loaded baked potatoes fries. And save room for dessert because the D-Macs of the world, you know, they want to get in on that dessert action. Indulge in the Reese's chocolate peanut butter thunder cake. Or satisfy your sweet tooth with the funnel cake fries. Burgers and chicken sandwiches, and always dessert at your local Big Boy today.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot-off-the-press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel. Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, two of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder.
Come to Lady Jane's for an award-winning haircut experience and register for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win an all-expenses-paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament for you and 5 of your best buds. Lady Jane's open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
How would you like to win a $100K Vegas getaway, taking your closest friends and live it up in the city that never sleeps?
Yes.
It's the Cintron Drink It and Live It. Purchase a 24-pack today to enter to win. Register at drinkcintron.com/Vegas and buy Cintron at your local Meijer store. Cintron, the healthier energy drink with great taste. Look good, feel great, and be the best version of yourself with Cintron. Drinkcintron.com/Vegas is where you can go to register.
Coming down the stretch here on a Tuesday.
Club going up on a Tuesday.
Club is going up on a Tuesday. Lions Chiefs coming up Thursday night. Subscribe to the Big D Energy podcast. You miss a Lions discussion? Rewind, go back to the first hour, and peep it out on your terms. Turn the car off, go in the store, come back out, turn the car back on, boom, pick up where you left off, and you can do it if you subscribe to the Big D Energy podcast. If you'd be so cool, leave a
5-star
review if you would be so kind. Also, subscribe while you're at it. Get the algos pumping. The Lions game coming up on Thursday. As we said, we talked Michigan State. Did want to get into the Michigan game against East Carolina. 30-3, they won. Never really a threat or anything like that. It was as advertised.
Didn't watch a second of it.
Yeah, I mean, they were a 36-point favorite.
And I don't have Peacock, which is stupid. Games on Peacock is stupid.
Well, get ready. If you want to watch, you're going to have it in 2 Saturdays.
Yeah.
And you know
really?
you are. Yep. Peacock exclusive.
Yar.
Okay.
Yeah.
You and everybody else. So let me know how that buffering works.
Yeah, that's true. That sucks.
It's like $7 for a month, Spenny.
I already got enough subscriptions.
Just buy it for 1 month and cancel it.
I could do that. I'll probably do that.
Spenny.
Yeah, how do we talk about this a little bit? The Peacock thing, that with all the establishments.
Yes.
And,
you know what? I told you guys on Sunday.
Yeah.
Because that was a bigger story than the game. The Peacock
that's
stuff.
what the game was. Once it got going, it was out of hand or whatever like this. But the fact of trying to get it, and I just remember this because shout out to my boy Mike at House of Shamrocks, because they were going through before the game turning every TV onto Peacock. Like, it was just a pain in the ass for everybody either to find it or whatever else. Did you find that too?
Yeah, so I told you Sunday I went and played golf, and we were on a bar stool by 11 a.m. And the topic of the patrons at the bar we were at was the quote, "I'm not paying for goddamn Peacock to watch Michigan football." I saw the social media comments. I shared them with some of you guys as well. "I'm not going to pay for Peacock. I'll just get a new team to root for." Those always make me laugh.
Yeah, that's a little much.
Those always make me laugh. Because guess what? Most of you did.
Paid for Peacock.
You paid for Peacock.
Yeah.
That's how this works, everybody.
Gentry, did you pay for Peacock?
I told you I already have someone's shit logged in on my. So someone's paying.
Someone's
for
paying for it.
I don't know.
Somebody paid for it.
Yep, it's logged in.
All right.
Thank you, whoever you are.
Yes.
You don't even know who it is?
No, dude, it's been logged in for so long. It probably was one of those dumbass Peacock games a while ago, and it's just been logged in ever since.
And it's just been logged in ever since. Yeah.
It's buzzing.
Yeah, it was funny. DNCENT, the people crapping on streaming is confusing. People pay $90 a month for cable, but streaming is essentially the build your own cable package. Peacock at $5, Amazon Prime's what, like $12? Those types of things. And DNCENT, that I'm with you on that, man. Because ESPN's going next. They're going to be going to standalone. They're going to cut out. They're going to drop off of every cable package.
Yeah.
And they're just going to roll on their own.
There's no point to have cable then if you're not watching live sports.
Right.
It's the
only thing left. It's un-DVRable.
Yeah.
It's the last bastion of it. So that really seemed to be the takeaway that I had from the Michigan game was nobody understands how Peacock or economics work. Like that was pretty much it. See, they're funny like that, guys. You know, Peacock, when they give the Big Ten that huge check, they're funny like that, like they want something for it.
Yeah.
It's really wild, I know. It's like when you go to your job. You want that check.
That'd be nice.
That, like after the work week's done, you want that check. That's the way that it works. So
I might need Lucas.
Yes. Kevin brings it up too. DMAC, did you catch this? Charter and Disney got in a little pissing match, and Disney pulled ESPN off Charter this weekend. So like a lot of fans were watching football on Friday night, and then it was gone.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
What's Charter?
Another cable provider.
Yeah, like a Spectrum or whatever else. Yeah. No, I mean it's the way. Is it going to be that you're going to have a subscription of this to watch this and this to watch this, and we're going to watch it? The big thing too is like I ask all the establishments, right? Yeah, and you sort of like remember you run into this for like UFCs or something where they don't want to put it on the bar because they're going to pay for every TV or whatever like this. Like this sort of screws up everybody maybe in their watching ability. 1 o'clock. Do you think the NFL ever goes to this? Or something that in the way, or have they done that now sort of with YouTube TV? And
I think with the NFL, because they're on every major network, I think they have to stay that way because that huge TV deal they get, part of the reason why is because of the distribution, the eyeballs that it pulls, because it's free. It's literally free. Buy an antenna and it's free. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think that's where it's different.
Is
College football is so
why
segmented.
that's why the NFL operates differently than anybody else because of that way to reach everybody throughout the country, right? They want that because they have so much money or so much power.
Chris says, I'm not going to pay $6 for Peacock. Can I get one of those $8 beers, please? Moron.
That's a good point.
You fall into that line, don't you, Spenny?
Yeah. I was paying $16.50 for beers at UFC in Anaheim.
And you were happy to do it.
Oh yeah, I checked my bank account, so I had a couple extra $100 more than I thought.
And went to work.
Yeah, I had like 6 or 7 beers.
Bruder and Booner are going to work today. Bruder, as a matter of fact. Bruder and Booner are going to work tonight as well, 8 to 10 on the Woodward Sports Network. It is time for Woodward Nights. Catch their act, Detroit's newest sports voices, and they got their stage on Woodward Nights on the Woodward Sports YouTube channel, weekdays from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock, starting tonight. So check them out, Booner and Broder. But no, with Michigan... Jay says, Neal, do you watch Premier League at all? That's why I get Peacock in the first place, so it's not a biggie for me. No, Jace, I agree with you because I do the same thing. And I watch a crap ton of Golf Network also. So it checks a lot of the boxes there. I have a .edu email because I'm an employee at Oakland, so I get the college pricing for it too, which is nice. So that's $1.99 a month. It's nice. It's nice, no doubt. But anyway, Michigan, the football game itself. Michigan in these games, and look, I see the path. I make fun of it, but I also see the why in the schedule. So we're past that. Like somebody in the chat was asking about, why do they make this schedule? How can you watch this? I see why with the schedule. Michigan could win every game, which they will. They'll be a favorite in pretty much every game they play this year. They could lose the one that they're an underdog in and still be in the playoffs. So why would you not do it? So that's the baseline there. For the people that say, and look, the J.J. McCarthy stuff, which we're going to get into because he's going to be the number 1 overall pick in the draft, Michigan is never going to show you anything in those games. They're not going to dazzle you. They're gonna physically manhandle the smaller program, the smaller opponent, and they're going to move on. And they're going to get up 27-0, and then they'll just bleed out the clock, and that's it. So D-Mac, it was pretty on brand. I don't know what you were expecting though.
Well, it was pretty on brand. Just like, yeah, isn't
that
the way?
The people.
Right? Isn't that the way that it's going to go? Right? And to your point or your argument is why for all the J.J. McCarthy lovers that want to and think that he should be number 1 pick or get there is they don't open him up enough. You look at what Oregon just did. Do you see what Oregon just did? Come out the first week and lay 80.
Yeah.
Just Neal,
yeah,
right? Like they didn't give a shit. They're like, we're here and we're doing
put
it,
up
and whatever.
On the board,
but Oregon will put their players in a position, right, to open it up and succeed. Do you ever see Michigan being in that position because it's always controlled?
It is.
It's always sort of controlled.
Yes.
That's how it always feels, and that's cool, right now until you face an opponent which can go toe to toe with you.
Right. So let's get into it, and Chuck paves the way for it. I'm a Michigan slappy. I give JJ a great performance, but he has to be graded on a scale because of competition. Overall, it was a good enough game. See, here's the deal, guys, and here's where I sit with it. And go back to Ryan Ermanni's tweet. Mm-hmm. For the people like this with the Michigan fan and about how McCarthy's going to be the number 1 overall pick and he's going to win the Heisman and stuff like that, feel free to bookmark it. Where's JJ on the list? He's never going to be on this list because what are all those players? What did they do? They were dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
Is he dynamic?
Mm-hmm.
Is he dynamic?
Not really.
No, he's not. And look at the sample size. He's played 2 teams with a pulse ever in his career. And how'd the TCU game go?
Not great.
That wasn't at home and all those kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand, played well against Ohio State, that's great. When all the chips were in the middle of the table, because you lose that Ohio State game, you're still in the playoff. When all the chips are in the middle of the table, he threw 2 pick sixes. Can't win games like that. Can't do it. So just stop with this J.J. McCarthy's going to win the Heisman and be the number 1 overall. All that does is make you look foolish. That's all it does. Look around. Look at those guys we saw. Look at social media this weekend. Michael Penix was dynamic against Boise State. Not against East Carolina. Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter's the best football player in America, period, end of story. After 1 game.
I would agree with that.
Now, he won't win the Heisman because you have 4 people at the Dayton Daily News that have a Heisman vote. They're not nuanced enough to vote for him. They don't understand that. They probably didn't even watch. You know what I'm saying? So stop it. They're not dynamic. They're not going to be dynamic. That's it. That's all. But I'll get... What were they going to do in that game, D-Mac? There was nothing they could do except maybe cover the spread for, all the Michigan slaps that bet on them, which you can't cover a 36-point spread if you only score 30 points.
That is true.
You just can't, man. So I don't know. You are not, guys. I'll give you this, all right? I give you a pass on the schedule. You leave me alone until November about Michigan, because there's nothing they can do, good and bad. I'm taking up for them here. There's literally nothing they can do until November.
Unless they lose.
Yes. Coquet, those people don't appreciate the value of dynamic. So, yeah. I'll tell you who looked bad. Florida State QB and the LSU QB. Florida State's QB got it together. It was very Noah Kim-esque.
Yeah.
What he did.
He got it together.
Yes. Patrick Farmer. Funny thing is, JJ doesn't care if he wins any awards, but you do.
I just want my coach back.
Yeah.
Can we talk about how fucking cringe that was? That whole salute, the honoring Jim Harbaugh like he died or something. It was a self-imposed suspension. And you guys are going to go in line and hold up 4s. That was cringe.
Yes.
Or have a free Harbaugh shirt.
Yeah, have a free Harbaugh shirt on a self-imposed suspension.
Yes.
Free him from what? himself. That shit was cringe, man.
Chuck says, nowhere did I say Heisman or first-round pick, but he did as well as he could in week 1. Chuck, but Ermanni put a tweet out about it, about how he's going to be the number 1 overall draft pick. These are your fans, Chuck. These are your fans out there. The number 1 overall pick, the Heisman Award winner. Is there a path for him? There's no. Look at what happened out there this weekend.
Blasphemous.
It was absolutely crazy. Hey, it's time. When we come back, our new segment, Rest in Peace. We're going to bury some things as we go along in the football season. So when we come back, the inaugural edition, the soft launch, BMG's going to get in the lab and mix and scratch it up for next week. But tell them about Guardian Alarm.
Absolutely. Let Guardian Alarm offer you customized solutions from Ruhl. Yes, Ruhl experts, professional technicians who take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. But I need you to call Guardian Alarm today. The number, 1-800.
Stay out.
24/7 professional monitoring. Call anytime, day or night. Know that a Guardian team member will stay on the phone as long as is needed. But I need you to call the number, 1-800.
Stay out.
Technology backed by people. Yes, real people. Your safety and security deserves technology that's been proven to work, and people who have been proven to care. Whether it's business, personal, it doesn't matter. They care. You got to give Guardian Alarm a call. The number, 1-800.
Stay out. Stay out of doing these tributes to a coach that was suspended by your own team.
Stay out of New York, J.J. McCarthy. 200 yards and 2 touchdowns ain't getting it done these days.
Guardian Alarm, your local security experts, whatever you need. Tell them Big D Energy, we sent you.
Calling all landscapers. This is Darren McCarty. I'm at Outdoor Equipment Co. How would you like to landscape like a legend? How about a bad boy zero turn? And even a chainsaw. And even a weed whipper. So register today at OutdoorEquipCo.com, and even you could have DMAC on your landscaping crew.
Are you a diehard college football fan? Well, it's your lucky day. Join special WSN guests like Spencer Raxter, Flannel Sam, and more every Saturday. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Saturdays and tune in live from 8:30 to 10 a.m.
Your home is your most important asset. Flexibility in the sales process is key. When you work with Mark White & Associates, you can cancel at any time, for any reason, without penalty. Speaking of flexibility, check this out. Who you work with matters. Hire the best broker in the game.
Neal Ruhl here for 5 Iron Golf, downtown Detroit's newest sports bar. 13 TrackMan simulators, certified instructors, and most importantly, a full bar and a restaurant too. 5 Iron Leagues are back, and they debut September 11th. Compete nationwide for a chance to win a trip to the Dominican Republic. Bring a foursome or sign up as an individual to be placed on a team. Go to 5irongolf.com, use promo code Woodward10, and you'll get 30% off your league fees. How about that, huh? Woodward10, 30% off your league fees. Go to 5irongolf.com and sign up today. Coming down the stretch here, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, Darren McCarty, Big Mike Gentry, Spencer Raxter as well, and all of you on the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Patrick Farmer, what bowl game did Michigan State go to last year? I forgot when we were talking about Michigan State, Patrick. We were talking about Michigan. Right? Were we not?
We were.
Okay. Elway, JJ is mid. And look,
he's not mid.
Yeah, he's a fine regional quarterback.
He's a very talented quarterback. He's just not used the same way as other Heisman candidates are.
Sound kayak. All I know is Neal is a dynamic douche. Okay. Mike says JJ lead down and off the field, and I'm good with that. Okay, then be good with it.
Good teams win, great teams cover.
Yeah, that is true. DKM, JJ was also the reason they got back into the TCU game. Yeah, well, the reason they were out of it was because of JJ McCarthy. You can't deny that, my friend. But anyway, I know they like to take it down that road when we're talking about Michigan. But it is time for Rest in Peace, the inaugural edition of it. BMG will have the all of the mixing and scratching done for next week. It's gonna be pretty entertaining. I certainly will think that. But hey, what we're gonna do, we'll take a look at the football weekend, and I know it's week 1 of college football, but DMAC, it's already time to bury some folks here on Rest in Peace.
I'm gonna go for a little bit of a low hanging fruit, and I saw it in the chat earlier, right? But what Florida State did to LSU. And it's because of the hype about LSU not only being favored, but arguably was that one of the teams in the SEC that was going to step ahead, and Brian Kelly and everything like that. You and I both.
I thought LSU.
You and I both. But
Yep.
what I saw, right, is why I'm putting rest in peace LSU. That's quit.
That's aggressive. DMAC getting aggressive.
They quit. They quit on that coach. If you watch and you know when the going gets tough and it's only going to get worse, you play in the toughest division and you got some big other powerful games coming in. So I could be wrong, but the way that they lost. Now here, Neal, I told Gabby this because I heard this stat. Florida State's never lost in Orlando.
That is a pretty impressive stat.
That's a great stat, and they proved it. Because I was thinking when I heard that, I go, well, probably tonight's the first night. But they look like Florida State was a team over the weekend that if you would have put, like, not on life support, but said who's alive and who's surprised you, right, would be them. But LSU, I'm putting them out to pasture, bro. Aggressive or not,
that
they're
is
done.
impressive.
It is.
I would wait on the LSU because nothing. Yes, it's a bad. It's the
I
way
think
they
it's
lost.
more
Nothing
Brian
is
Kelly.
over for them.
I think it's more of what I saw is.
Okay, so you say the quit leads you to believe.
The quit's Brian Kelly.
Yes.
They quit on. Yeah, it leads me to believe, and I'll have to see a lot more, right, to see that they come back from that. But that all my family and all this stuff, like
family.
Yeah, and it's not going to sit there. I'm actually going to go do some due diligence. What are they saying down in LSU right now? Because it looked like I don't know if anybody else. I saw it in the chat. Somebody else agreed, but I saw the same thing that it looked like those players quit.
JJ McCarthy. Hey, JJ, thanks for tapping in. Says, I watched a Florida State game. LSU was terrible on offense. They gave up the ball left and right. That interception at the start of the fourth. Wow, man, wow. LSU is in big trouble. DMAC. But I will say this, JJ McCarthy. I will say it's early to bury them because everything's still in front of them. You look me in the eye and tell me, if they go and win the SEC, are they going to be in the playoff?
Yes. But they're not going to win the SEC.
Right, but they're still alive for it.
They are, but yeah.
They're still alive for it.
It's probable, or it's plausible, but not probable. I don't know. Whichever one.
Yeah, so I think that they still have somewhat of a shot. I got one for you, DMAC. And this one, we kind of previewed a little bit on the show last week when we got into our college football previews and stuff like that. Rest in peace, Dabo Swinney.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Clemson.
They're cooked.
You are done. You are absolutely done. And I foreshadowed this, Spenny. You could see the writing on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
If he doesn't have a mercurial quarterback, they're not going to win.
Yeah.
To whereas like Saban with the Bamas, remember that run through the mid-teams? They just had kind of mid-quarterbacks.
Oh, yeah. A.J. McCarron.
Yeah.
There was like 30 of them.
They had better-looking girlfriends than they were quarterbacks.
His girl's
Ask
hot.
Brett Musburger.
Yeah, Brett was all over her.
He was all over her.
I don't blame him.
I was uncomfortable.
Yeah,
even I was uncomfortable about it. But no, I mean, it's over for them, DMAC, and you could see it. You can see it. The writing's on the wall there. And Dabo Swinney, he's always in the players' pockets and all, worried. And I'm gonna quit. Stop talking about it and quit then. Because it's over for Clemson. It's over.
Does this let Clemson know that it's over?
I think so.
If you're Clemson and you're the university, isn't this like if you told me in a week or two or whatever that they're moving on from Dabo or they figured something out, wouldn't surprise you, would it?
No.
Doesn't it feel like it's time?
Yes.
That's expired. Hard.
And Andrew Jones brings up Clemson only scored on a muffed punt. Like it's Clemson, bro.
Yeah, that's And Alungalele or Alungalele, however you say his name, he looked pretty good.
He looked
for
good.
Oregon State.
Yep. Then they won at San Jose State. We'll have San Jose State's coach on tomorrow, Brent Brennan.
Shout out Brent Brennan.
I got some big news for your college football weekend next weekend too. So,
nice.
Are you doing a game?
We'll tune in tomorrow.
That'll be hype.
Tune in tomorrow. You'll see. But yeah, also some other rest in peace for this weekend. Rest in peace, Deion Sanders haters.
Facts.
That was awesome.
I was so happy. Me and my dad, me a Michigan State fan, my dad and a Michigan fan, were out of our seats.
Danny was hype on it?
Oh yeah, he loves
Let's
Deion.
go, Danny
He loves
Raxter.
Deion. But we were out of our seats cheering for them to get that 4th down stop. That was just an electric game to watch, man.
And wasn't that the epitome of what he said? Make a play. You know, they gave up so many yards, whatever. But make a play. That's all you got to do is make the last play or play when it happens. And that team exudes that belief that the coach has in them. It was awesome. I mean, I'm locked into Colorado now.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And I don't expect them to go undefeated and stuff like this to whatever, but they got some studs, like absolute ballers out there.
Again, Travis Hunter.
Starting with the best player in college
Travis
football.
Hunter is the best football player in college football in America.
Listen, he played 120 snaps, so whether both sides of the ball, and after the game, literally looked into whoever was doing the interview and said, "No, I could go do this again in Dallas." In the heat, dude, and he didn't even look like he was sweating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deion said we're going to have the hot tub on the plane for him.
I like, too, when he said Travis could have the Heisman chilling at the crib at halftime.
Yeah.
You know.
Coach Prime, man, he's different.
Shedeur Sanders throws for 510 and 4 touchdowns. Yeah.
No interceptions.
Incredible performance
and
by
then
him.
his other son on defense makes tackles all over the place. Like, it's
Shiloh.
Fun to watch, Shiloh. Fun to watch.
Ryan talked about Michigan, and now we sweating a kicker. LOL. Ugh.
Michigan State doesn't have to worry about their kicker because that transfer kid they brought in actually has a pretty good boot. I was excited to see that. Finally, we have a kicker. It's actually worth something.
You better hope you don't see him when they play Michael Penix.
That's for sure. He cannot see the field except for extra points. But we're going to talk about that and more on Rivals Thursdays from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Make sure you check it out. Our first episode was last week. It was a lot of fun. And we're going to continue to do the same. Me and Flannel Sam yelling at each other about all things Michigan and Michigan State on Woodward Rivals Thursdays from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m.
What's going on, guys? Here, I'll do a read.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly. Experience the true meaning of exceptional cannabis products with Dispo Dispensary with over 12 locations, including their new location that is now open in Whitmore Lake. Dispo is never far away. Join Ermanni and Edwards in the Woodward Heavyweights broadcasting live at the Whitmore Lake location on Friday, September 8th. That'll be on Friday. 50 North Territorial Road, Whitmore Lake, Michigan. Dispo Dispensary, disposhops.com, your local cannabis plug.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
Hey, this is Mr. Kearney, Chief Academic Officer, Academy of Warren. I want to welcome you to the brand new field house. The state-of-the-art facility has a regulation basketball court, volleyball court, soccer field. It can be used for 7-on-7 football. Our K-8 academic features AM, PM, latchkey, small classroom sizes, Learning Street, futuristic media center, free breakfast and lunch, Houghton Mifflin curriculum, academic games, K-8 athletics, and more. Enroll today at academywarren.net.
What's going on? Yeah, my bad. Wondering where the Lions Best Lions tailgate is? That's easy. Eastern Market always has been the official Detroit Lions tailgate party at Shed Number 5 in Eastern Market. Woodward Sports will be broadcasting live for every home game. Yes, Juicy, Jeff, Iafrady, and guests. 3-star Michelin Buffet featuring Chef Ermanni, VIP parking, even tickets if you need them. How do you sign up? You go to bullseyeeventgroup.com and tailgate like a VIP. That's bullseyeeventgroup.com.
Final segment of the show, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal, Ruhl, Darren, McCarty, Spencer Raxter, Big Mike Gentry, all of you in the woodwardsports.com chat thread. Ryan, the only thing that matters is Michigan football is that we beat Ohio. Seriously, we can't win nothing unless they beat the Buckeyes. That's not true, Ryan, because Ohio State lost to you, and if they make a field goal, they win the national title last year. I'm still after it. I'm never going to quit.
It's true.
Telling the Michigan fans how this works. You can win every game and lose to Ohio State. You will be in the playoff. You know how I know? Ohio State won every game last year.
Yeah, they literally did it last year.
Yeah. Lost to you guys.
Ohio State didn't look too great either.
No, they didn't. But it's far too early to say rest in peace to that. I had one bonus rest in peace, D-Mac, while you get your your story together there. Rest in peace, Spencer Raxter. The Keon Coleman. Speaking of dynamic, we never saw that. And I want to ask you.
I knew it was that.
I want to ask you, why is that?
Because Jay Johnson's a fucking idiot.
Is it that simple?
It is that simple. It is one of the biggest coaching malfeasances in the history of college football.
And to be fair, like I heard Michigan fans earlier saying, like with J.J. McCarthy, like if you saw J.J. playing in one of these programs, you know, like Washington or Colorado or stuff like that, he'd be spinning it for 400 to 500 yards a game too. Yeah. Why is it everywhere else but here?
I don't know. Jay Johnson should have been fired last year after having Jaden Reed and Keon Coleman and not.
I'm with you.
Being a dynamic offense.
Like
winning 5 games with those two guys is a joke.
Like fired now and ask for the back pay back.
Yeah, I knew this. I knew what he was. I know he is a first-round talent. I know he is a first-round receiver. I knew that. That's why I was so upset when we lost him.
My favorite text was early in the game on 4th and 1, and Spenny just locked Johnson. Yeah, he was just losing it. This idiot.
Two fucking 4th and 1s, and he goes shotgun. He goes in pistol formation on 4th and 1 twice, and doesn't get either of them.
It seemed like every 3 minutes I just got the text from Neal, just, sorry, Spenny.
Yeah.
Sorry,
well, because, BMG, the reason I sent that, and that was out of love.
I loved him. I wasn't complaining.
And that was out of love for you, Spenny, because I was hurting. And I don't even like Michigan State. Like, I'm not paid to like Michigan State, so I don't even like Michigan State. Yeah. So, you know, I know the way that I felt because I never saw that, Keon. And look, Keon Coleman took over that Michigan State game for a minute last year. In that first quarter when it was still a game and Michigan fans were starting to get a little nervous. Even then, he never looked like that. The jump balls, the ISOs, the throw it up, let Keon go get it. It was never like that. And why not? What do you got, D-Mac?
Hey, quick shout out. I was at Swarovski's down north 13 Mile. Phenomenal pizza, by the way. And ran into a listener, actually in the chat thread. I think he's in there now. Deshaun Patterson, he's got a book, Random Thoughts, right, where you open up this book, and I recommend it. I like the fact that he signed it for me, and I've been going through it or whatever, but this is apropos. Spenny, I found one. He's got a section that it's Detroit translation.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you the English, and I'm going to give you the Detroit translation. And this one is dedicated to you. So if you get a chance, Deshaun, great talking to you, brother. Thanks for being a fan of Big D Energy. Love it when we see you guys. But Spenny, the Random Thought Detroit translation to English. I have a date tonight with a young lady that may be interested in having sex with me this evening. Detroit translation. Little Caesar on deck. Hot and ready, baby. Let's go. That's for you. Thanks to Sean. I appreciate that.
Guys, don't forget to the Woodward Sports Lions pregame show returns for another season of Lions football. Jeff Iafrate graphic, incoming weekly special guest. He's the new star of Woodward Sports. So, look, Jeff Iafrate's telling you to watch a Lions pregame show, so go watch it.
Hollywood.
Look at that guy. You know what I'm saying?
And the hair came back.
He's so pretty.
The home for your pregame Detroit Lions coverage. Thursday, everybody get locked in. Tomorrow, Brent Brennan, San Jose State coach. Awesome. I'll have a big announcement as well. And, of course, we're going to get deep. We're going to get deep in the woods. It's time. Spenny, it's time. It's time to get deep in the streets.
2 days.
For D-Mac, for Spencer, for BMG, I'm Neal Ruhl. Thanks for tapping in Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Well, see you later.